Okay. Nokaniko Awakaaseena. Okay. Apatsipi kani nokto to kimiksi. Pio komunita pia itapix nokatto. My name is Reg Crowshoe. My Blackfoot name is Dear Chief Awakaaseena. And I come from the North Piikani Blackfoot people, and that's where I grew up and learned the language. The University of Calgary honored me with an honorary doctorate of laws, and in that case my white man name would be Dr. Reg Crowshoe. But there is other white man identifications I had to go by. One of them is the white man identification of Piikani 550, my Indian status number that I had to go by, and that was an Indian Affairs tag that you used to carry around your name with the number, or you put it in your pocket. Now, so those are who I am. But I believe I'm Awakaaseena from Piikani, which means I'm Dear Chief from Piikani. So, just to go along a bit about, I want to first, before we move any further, I want to talk about how do we, as Piikani First Nation, and like all other First Nations, we are an oral culture. So how does Piikani itself, as a society, civilization of people, and the practice of oral practices, how do you put the two together so that we can validate person, place, or thing, or even stories as real? Because it's so important to any civilized society in this world to validate their own realities and what's real. So from that, I would like to say, and later on I'm going to talk about language, but just now I'd like to talk about how do we validate in an oral culture what is real. And I'm going to tell you a real story. But before I tell you the real story, this is how we validate it. When I talk to my grandparents, my great-grandparents, and relatives, and our elders from our community that came from an oral culture, I used to tell them, how can I say this is mine, I own it? If I went to the grocery store and I bought a can of beans, when I come home I got a receipt that says this is my can of beans. But how would I say in an oral culture? And they said, well, you know, you gotta look at our way is venue, action, language, and song. We believe as Piikani that Creator created the whole universe. But within that universe, the spirit of the universe, Creator gave that spirit, made the universe come alive with a spirit. And we identify with that spirit through language and song. That's the power. The song ties us to the land, to the ground. We are part of the universe. So songs are so important in our culture. Songs are physical documentation of that spirit, of that authority, of that privilege to own or to have something. So venue, action, language, and song is the process of validating ownership. If I was given a plant to heal with, first of all, the venue would be the users of that plant. They'll come together because they own the song. And I would go into that venue and ask. Secondly, I would go into that venue and I would prove myself with that plant to say, I know how to use this plant. Thirdly is language, and that's where the stories are so important. I can tell the story of that plant and creation story and the story of how it comes to a medicine. And thirdly, after they test me, and I pass the test and I'm sanctioned, then I'm given a song from all of their society, a society song that says, yes, he's proven himself and now he's a healer with that plant. So in an oral culture, when I go out in the community and people ask me about the plant, I would say, this plant, the healing components of this plant was given to me, and here is my song. And once I sing my song, it's like showing my degree or my piece of paper that says, this is how I got it. And that's validation. In an oral culture, that's how we validate person, place, thing, and story through venue, action, language, and song.